$10 bet, it's $69.69.
Oh, you take over? I'll take over.
We'll act like we're gonna win money.
No chance.
Not at all.
Not a shot.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Say It With Your Chest podcast. Week 2.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Week 2 of NFL football is here, and these are our picks. Shout out HaHa Clinton Dix. Yo, that kind of rhymed. That was clean. I didn't even try that. Let's go.
I gotta give you some daps on that. I gotta give you some props. Give you some claps. Give you some claps.
Shit, I'm like Eminem.
Alright, so the Friday episode. Alright, this is being recorded on Thursday, so you will not be getting our after the Thursday night reactions.
But go to the Thursday night preview video to hear what we think about it and who we think's gonna win.
Yes. I believe, I think we both took the Dolphins in that game, unless you took the Bills. I know I took
No, I took the Dolphins because I'm playing Tua and Waddle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, update. I got Jalen Waddle on my team now.
Right, from the last video, Kevin was going through a lot of existential crises.
Really early in the season, but I just knew my team ain't it.
Right, we literally week 1, and Kevin's like, we're scrapping the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kevin
Team ain't
has revamped his entire team in a matter of 24 hours.
I had to trade away Jamar Chase and Kyron Williams, my first two picks of this year's draft. Kyron, I definitely didn't get enough for, but honestly, I don't really care because I got Waddle and I picked up Tua off the waivers. So I'm hoping that stack does well for me this week. And I basically said this to my friends before. Everyone's on the market. I don't care. You want someone on my team? Make an offer. I don't care. I don't care.
Over here. Kevin's just giving away everybody.
I wouldn't say giving away.
Well.
Because
it feels like you just gave away Kyron.
Oh yeah, probably. But I got a trade request for Trey McBride for like George Kittle and like I don't know 2 other players I think from Hank, and I said no.
He wants McBride.
Yeah.
I guess everybody. You told everybody everyone's free. You told everyone like come get them.
Well, I didn't say they're free. I said they're on the market.
You traded away Jamar Chase for Aaron Jones and DJ Moore. We reviewed that trade on the last pod.
Mm-hmm. I think that's actually a good trade.
Last night, you traded away Kyron Williams for Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, and Jalen Waddle. Like I said yesterday, because as commissioner, I'm okay with everybody trading. Just sometimes I got to ask some questions on what the thought process between you two were.
I'll tell you right now on the pod, my thought process was, Kyron, yes, he was projected 20. But my backup running back was projected like nothing. I forgot who, honestly.
But now you just traded away. You traded away both your starting running backs. Or no, you still have Swift.
Yeah. No, but so I was looking to get more points for everybody instead of just one person getting the points. And then my backup, like my second strings have like nothing.
Yeah.
So now everybody, like they both add up more than Kyron would have got by himself. Like Kyron's worth 20, but then it's like I don't know, I had like Swift who's worth like 10.
But now like realistically, when are you ever going to be starting Devin Singletary? And you
this week,
be starting. You're going to start him this week.
Yeah.
And then when after that? The next time they play Washington?
Boy, Swift keeps not doing well.
Because you really just traded for Jalen Waddle, who is the number 2 option in Miami, and not even the number 1. And Kyron's got the whole bag for himself.
Hey, I think Waddle's the number 2, but he's good, bro.
I was okay with the Jamar Chase trade.
Waddle's
with getting
good.
DJ and Aaron Jones. But
dude, Waddle's
I don't
good.
know about this one.
We'll
he's
see
injury
tonight.
prone. I'm not saying he's not good. He's injury prone.
And Tyreek is arrested prone.
He's not going to be there for your entire season.
Neither will Tyreek Hill because he's going to get arrested like 18 more times because he's already been arrested like 20 times in his career.
That's crazy.
Like, dude's a criminal. No, I wouldn't say criminal.
That's crazy. Jesus Christ.
He gets arrested.
Tyreek coming to this, man.
I'm just saying, when he gets arrested again and can't play, and then Jalen Waddle's the one taking his ass to jail.
Unbelievable. So you got a pig on your team, is what I'm hearing.
No, I don't. Oh, whoa! Don't call them pigs.
I'm gonna call the ones that Tyreek that they arrested. The one that was arresting Tyreek.
He was reckless driving.
He was a piece of shit, that guy. Took it way over the line.
No, he definitely. I don't think he needed to be on the ground.
No, those people don't deserve badges.
Oh.
Ain't no respect from me, man. All right.
What'd you just say?
Said no respect from me.
Oh, I thought you said something else after that.
No.
I thought you said a word that we cannot say on the podcast.
I thought you were going to repeat it, and I was like, no. Don't say that.
I was like, no way.
All right. Anyway, moving on. All right, so we got week 2 football. Week 1's in the books. We're moving on now. That's it. So this will be showing after the Thursday night game. Sunday, we got a huge slate of games. Some injuries to talk about. Fantasy stuff to talk about. And then that's it.
Yeah.
So as of right now, with some news going on, we just got word that Nico Collins is questionable.
That's great for you, John.
That's I gotta say, that's great for me.
Consider you just traded him away in Dynasty.
And for the people who don't know the story, I did trade away Nico Collins in Dynasty. Our first year doing it.
After like a week of like debating it, going back and forth with Dylan on different trade offers, having a deal and then not having a deal, and then having a deal again.
So Nico Collins is off my team, and I'm just kind of praying on his downfall now. Really, because now that he's not there, it's like you kind of want him to not do good, so you at least, feel good about at least this year for the trade. Because I got some stuff for the future. I think he's going to do good either way, though. Texans report right now, Dalton Schultz didn't practice with a knee/quad injury. Ooh. Oh, and no concern about Nico Collins being limited because, he's sick. So
he's sick?
Yeah, with an illness. So he should be good to go for Sunday. Game?
Jordan flu game? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not reading anything about
300 yards receiving in one game, 4 touchdowns on 12 receptions. Nico Collins, the next Julio Jones?
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm hearing.
No, he was just limited today. He still practiced today. He was just limited because of a sickness. So that was just today. Most likely we'll practice Friday and be good to go for Sunday Night Football this week. So no concern there. My other concern... as of this recording, Devon Achane is still questionable and could potentially still not play in tonight's game. It's a game time call for him. He's got an ankle injury.
Oh. Man, tape that shit up and get on the field.
Mostert is already out. Achane, they're waiting for tonight for pregame warm-ups to see how he feels. A lot of reports are saying, optimism that Achane will play tonight. Even if he does play, how many snaps is he really going to play, and how many times is he actually going to get the ball?
And how effective is he going to be?
How effective is he really going to be? I feel like now that Mostert's out, you're going to see a lot more Jeff Wilson on the ground, right? And then on the snaps that Achane's not on the field, you're going to see a lot more of the rookie Jalen Wright potentially playing tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But other injury news, T. Higgins, again, did not practice. Don't expect him to play this Sunday against the Chiefs. Another big loss.
And don't expect Jamar Chase to do anything against the Chiefs.
Bengals are going to get a freaking whoop this weekend, man. It's going to be bad.
Starting off 0-2.
It's literally just Burrow and a broke Jamar Chase. No run game. Defense looks terrible. No Higgins. No third option.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't given him a deal yet. I remember saying by week 2 he'll definitely have a deal, Jamar.
Yeah, I saw as of the latest, it was the maximum that they were willing to give him was like $30 million guaranteed.
What does he want? Because I know he wants more than Jefferson.
It was like $30 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
But that's not per year, so it would be like less per year that he was getting.
Oh, so he'll get like $30 million guaranteed this year, and then like.
Yeah, he wants like $36 million a year.
A year?
Which is Jefferson's getting $35 a year. He wants $36 a year.
Dude, I don't get me wrong, Jamar Chase is a great receiver, but he is not.
Jefferson's getting like $100 million guaranteed.
He's way better than JJ.
Oh, not way better.
No, he's way better.
He's not better.
Way better.
No, you don't even think he's better? It's crazy.
I don't think he's better at all. I think Jettis is way better than him.
He's way better.
I highly disagree.
I think of them as equals. I think of them they're just two different types of receivers. They're both really good.
Jamar is lower than Jay Jettis. You're retarded.
Look at the stats.
I am. I'm looking at someone that in their rookie year went to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm looking at.
All right.
So he's better because he went to the Super Bowl?
No, he carried that team on his back and went to the Super Bowl.
He carried his team on the back. So Joe Burrow did nothing.
It was him and Burrow.
Joe Burrow did nothing. T. Higgins did nothing.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd did nothing. Joe Mixon did nothing.
T was out that whole year.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was not. You do not know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure he played in the Super Bowl.
Last I checked, he didn't have speaking lines for this podcast.
Yeah, right?
All right, you're done. Enough out of you. Any other major injury news that you can think of? Did you trade for any injured players this week?
I mean, I dropped Hopkins. He's questionable.
He's done, man. That's it. It's the Calvin Ridley show there in Tennessee.
Yeah.
No major injuries other than that. I know Jameson Williams popped up on the injury report, but
really?
he looks good to go. He was limited to practice with an ankle injury, but he should be good to go against Tampa Bay this weekend.
We talked about Jordan Love last time, right?
Yeah, and then I guess the last big news would be Hollywood Brown, who did not practice today, but they are saying that he is a potential play this weekend. So
Okay.
further, well, maybe something will pop
Game
up
time decision.
later in this. Yeah, you'll see more about it tomorrow. But as of this recording, it's kind of a hit or miss. It's he might play, he might not. If he doesn't play this week, though, he'll definitely be back for week 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess we're good on that. We can start with the matchups here.
All right.
Let's start with Raiders going to Baltimore at the
We'll go with
Ravens.
that one.
All right. I don't think there is necessarily too much to talk about here.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick topic right now.
Ravens, they lose the home opener, or they lose the opener on the road at Kansas City, the AFC Championship rematch, right? They looked pretty good, all around. Obviously, there's some stuff that they got to fix up. Defensive-wise, it was okay. First half, the offense looked, clean. We got to get Mark Andrews.
No, we don't. Isaiah Likely needs to keep going
No,
up. I love him.
it can't be I mean,
I love Likely.
I think it was working last week because Mark Andrews was double covered the entire game.
You think?
And that's
So now you think it's going to...
That's a fact. If you go back and watch.
I'm saying, so you think it's going to, maybe flip now?
I don't think it's maybe switch. I think they just got to move Isaiah Likely to receiver at this point, and Mark Andrews is going to be the tight end. If you go back and look, I mean, he was bracket covered most of the game. He was getting covered by a linebacker with safety help over the top.
But also,
Zay
he wasn't really
Flowers-
in the game too much running routes. He was blocking most of the time.
No, well, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, Mark Andrews. Derrick Henry only ran the ball like 11 or 12 times.
No,
and
I
Justice Hill really didn't get any runs. Lamar was doing all the running himself, which he'll probably do again this week. But I expect Derrick Henry to have a much more feast this weekend. I expect him to get the ball at least 20-something times.
Makes sense to going up against a weaker team on defense. So
I think that Mark Andrews will for sure get way more targets and way more catches this week. Maybe potentially find him in the end zone. Isaiah Likely is going to be a part of this offense regardless. I don't think week 1 was a fluke. They're going to definitely be using him a lot more. You're going to see him a lot more. It might not necessarily be tight end. You're going to see him more maybe in the flex, potentially out wide. I mean, he's really a big receiver that could be out there. Zay Flowers can't be the only one. I know that you want him to be that alpha, the one that's going to get, force-fed, but the dink and dunk screens, the slants, it's just not going to
it can only take you so far.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to move the ball within, the 5 to 10 yard line with your tight ends, with Isaiah Likely, with Mark Andrews, and then you got to take that deep shot with Zay Flowers or Rashad Bateman, I think they're going to run the ball very well. The Raiders,
I just think it's disrespectful you're not giving Nelson Aguilar any love.
absolutely not.
That's crazy.
I mean, he'll be there for a catch or two, but that's it.
But he's better than Jettis. He went to a Super Bowl.
He did.
From our producer,
he also won a Super Bowl.
I know. From our producer mindset, that means he's the best receiver ever.
Yeah, and last I checked, I remember he carried that Eagles team. The Eagles team.
He was good that year.
He was pretty good. The Raiders, on the other hand, I mean, I had picked them to beat the Chargers because I just thought defensively they were going to hold a weak Chargers offense to not that many points.
JK just started.
And then
J.K.
Dobbins found his footing, looked very well on the ground, and then Herbert was finding his guys. Ladd McConkey got in the end zone. The offense was looking pretty good. Herbert really didn't turn the ball over at all. They run the ball really well. I expect Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins to do well against Carolina this weekend. But defensively, the Raiders couldn't really stop much, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop a high-powered Ravens offense, especially at home. I like a get-back game here with the Ravens.
Especially after the Ravens just lost, too. They might be, a little angry, got a little more pep in their step going into this week.
For sure.
So,
Yeah, and I don't expect anything from the Raiders offensively either. I expect the Ravens defense to take care
There's
of it.
not much there like Devontae can only do so much.
Yeah. Fantasy-wise, you're going to start Lamar, you're going to start Zay Flowers, you're going to start Derrick Henry. Play Mark Andrews, okay? Unless you were able to get Isaiah Likely off the waivers and you think he's going to have a better game.
Play
that is a
Isaiah
decision
Likely.
Between you and that's your decision.
You know what? If you're in a
wanna
double
start him
flex
over-
league, play both.
I would not play both. Definitely not.
both.
It's going to be one or the other. Don't play both. I expect Mark Andrews to get back in it and be good. I kid. On the Raiders side, I mean, you have to start Devonta Adams.
That's about it, in my opinion.
And then, you know, for the people who went hero running back, you're most likely stuck with Zamir White, so you probably have no choice. If you have another option, you have to find another option because the Ravens defense is going to shut the run game down.
Yeah.
And Gardner's going to maybe turn the ball over.
No, don't
2 or
talk
3
bad about
times.
Gardner, bro. That's
That's going to be bad.
That's the homie.
But start Brock Bowers. Definitely
Yeah.
start Brock Bowers. I mean, you have to. Tight ends are rough this year. Brock Bowers was actually the second best tight end. Yeah.
second best?
I mean, he was a second in yards from
Really?
behind Isaiah Likely.
I was gonna say, is
So we
Likely him?
technically have the top 2 tight ends in the league going up against each other this weekend.
That'd be a good matchup.
But yeah, I got the Ravens to win in a blowout, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. Again, Joe's gonna probably comment. Oh, look, they agreed again.
That's just on the TikToks.
Just on
We
TikTok?
disagreed a little bit.
No, I know
on
we
the
disagree
picks.
on these, but yeah, no, TikTok's obviously we're gonna agree. We're making the parlay together.
Yeah.
Why would we want to put out a parlay that we both
And
don't think
Joe's
is gonna
been
hit?
tailing him too. So he's complaining, but he's still tailing him.
I know. I know. Griffin's in on this one. He texted us. He said, "Don't let me down."
Don't let me down, boys.
I think. I think we have a good one this week too.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like it.
I'm more confident in this one than the last one.
Really?
If you don't know what the parlay is, head to the TikTok to
Ooh,
find
another
out.
subscriber. Appreciate it, gang.
Another subscriber?
Yeah, 48.
Hell yeah, baby!
2
Shout
more
out
till we
you.
get to
You know
50.
who you are.
Almost at 50.
What are we gonna
Almost
do
at
for
our
the
first
50? Should we get a cake?
Podcast.
Should we get
Hopefully next podcast.
Yeah, we should get a cake.
All right. Well,
And we'll get balloons
every
and
50
stuff.
subscribers until we hit 3 million, we'll have a cake.
All right, we got a lot of matchups to get to. All right, relax.
No.
Enough. We got a lot of matchups to get to, so let's
All right.
get going. All right, we got Cleveland heading to Jacksonville. In my opinion, I believe this game is going to be a defensive nightmare. I mean, the weather looks good, but I don't know, man. I mean, the Browns did not look
Their
good.
quarterback's trash.
I know.
Watson can't do anything, and now there's another legal case out on him. Like, yeah, just bring Joe Flacco back. Get him from the Colts. Make some trade.
That's what I
Switch-
mean.
switch
No,
quarterbacks.
Put Jameis Winston in. He is the
Yeah.
backup for Cleveland.
Yeah.
You put we want Jameis. The Cleveland Browns fans should be chanting, "We want Jameis."
Dude, you see,
We
I'm
want
a
Jameis.
Jameis fan, but like, I don't know.
And I hate that.
He's been falling off,
And I
bro.
hate that Cleveland just lost Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku on offense, and they still don't have Nick Chubb. So it's Amari Cooper and it's
What do you
Jerome
have- what do you
Ford,
have to
and
lose?
It's fucking nobody.
What do you have to lose? Bring
So-
Josh Gordon back at this point.
Offensively, it's really bad. At this point, I just want to see Jameis huck 60-yard passes to Amari Cooper.
To Amari Cooper?
To Amari Cooper down the field. That's all I want to see. The Browns offensively are going to stink, all right? Because what we saw week 1, the Jaguars went into Miami and shut that offense down for 3 quarters of play.
I know.
Okay? And they look
And
really
now they're
good
going up
defensively.
against an even weaker offense.
Weaker
Which means
offense.
they're probably going to do even
I
better.
mean, no, they were feasting against a good offense. So
No,
I
I
just
know.
want to see what they're going to do at home against a bad
No, I know.
offense, you know?
Watch, it's going to be one of those situations where, like, against a good team, they, like, do amazing, and then against a bad team,
They let
just,
up all the points.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
And,
Just
like,
because the Browns physically
and the Browns come back
don't
and
have
win.
the pieces.
Yeah.
At least this week. Jerry Jeudy and Njoku are out this week.
Okay.
So I like the Jaguars at home and definitely taking the points there at -3. Browns defensively, you know, obviously the Browns are really known for their defense. They got a good defense. They didn't look too good against the Cowboys. But then again, Cowboys were putting up a lot of points through field goals and on special teams.
Yeah.
You know, there was only 2 offensive touchdowns that they let up, a rushing and a receiving.
Yeah.
So I do like them defensively to do well against Jacksonville because, you know, T-Law and, you know, the pass game really wasn't there. They were able to run the ball well against Miami. Travis Etienne was having himself a day in the first half until he fumbled the ball and then Tank Bigsby had to come out and play.
It's fine.
No, they should be able to run
One
the ball
fumble
well,
is
throw the
fine.
ball, you know, decently well. I like the Jaguars here by at least a touchdown at home. Yeah.
You see, I'm as much as I want to say the Jaguars, I feel like what I said is gonna happen. You know, they do well against a good team, but against a bad team, they just choke. And I think the Browns are gonna take this one on the road.
All right. Because the way that it was looking against Miami, Jacksonville should have won that game. They really
No,
should
I
have
know.
won that game.
I know.
And
No,
they
trust me,
blew
I
it.
know. But I've seen it time and time again, especially early in the season.
Mhm.
Like teams will drop games to bad teams.
Yeah.
Oh, good teams will drop games to bad teams.
Usually doesn't happen like. Well, I guess it's pretty early. I
It's
guess anything
week
can
2.
happen.
I feel
Yeah.
like once week like 3 and 4 hit, that's when you kind of know, okay, this team's good this year, this team's bad this year, this team's mediocre.
I'm also just thinking like Jaguars. I think like passing wise, that the Jaguars get more of a groove. You know, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis with the deep ball, and then they gotta feed Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram led the league. Led all tight ends in catches and targets last year.
What do you have,
alright?
like 1
By,
point
like,
last year?
a
Last
mile.
week.
He had 1 catch for fucking 5 yards last week. Okay, that is not good.
So, like,
One of our main offensive weapons.
Yeah.
All right, we got to run the ball and we got to throw.
especially
Evan
coming off
Ingram,
a season
okay?
that he just had, like you said.
Especially
You
because he's
can't
on my
be-
dynasty team and I need him to do well. Okay, because I got to beat him.
Oh, so
Next week.
you're just being selfish and wanting to do
I'm
well.
being selfish, but also just for like the league. Jacksonville is not going to win football games against a good defense that can stop the run if we
Yeah.
can't pass the ball to one of our high,
You're right.
targeted players.
But Evan Ingram does have like history of being bad. You know, like he was,
I hope
he was
last year
solid
wasn't
in
a
the
fluke
beginning.
because last year was a good
Dude,
year for him.
he was solid in the beginning of his career with the Giants, and then the last like 2 seasons he was there, he was
He
terrible.
technically was tight end 1 in like half PPR leagues and stuff like
No,
that.
I
'Cause,
know,
if-
but,
if
like, last
Florida
year,
hadn't scored a gazillion touchdowns, Evan Ingram was tight end 1 last year.
No, I know, dude. I was shocked he did so well last year, considering what he was doing on the back half of his career on the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I was like, no way, this is the same Evan Ingram that we had in New York.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I would have loved that.
Mm-hmm.
But we only had good Evan Ingram for like, I don't know, 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Two at best.
Yeah, right.
potentially.
Like he wasn't good for very long in New
Yeah.
York.
All right, well, I'm taking Jacksonville here. You taking
All right.
Cleveland?
I'm taking Cleveland.
All right.
I'm expecting an upset this week.
Yeah, take that, Joe. Bitch.
Yeah, fuck you.
Mix of opinion. All right, moving on here. The New York Jets travel to Nashville, Tennessee to take on the Titans.
Mhm.
Again, this is a game. Okay, I gotta say, like I've been thinking about this one a little bit because this is like it shouldn't be that tough, but it is going to be tough. Okay,
Think
because
so?
what I saw with the Jets defense letting up so many points to the 49ers. I mean, they actually.
You gotta remember though,
I
it was the 49ers.
know it's the Niners, but they look
But
like
they
were
could
paying,
not stop the run though.
Like
Their
it looked
run
like they were
defense was
going against a
terrible.
fucking Pee-wee defense.
I know.
It's supposed to be a top 3 defense in the league. They literally sell out to stop the run. All right, and then you have Sauce and you have DJ Reed there to stop your top receivers. Okay, the defense did nothing.
I know.
We're letting the backup running back put 150 on us. That's terrible. I don't care if he ran the ball 28 times. Right? CMC is not there.
No, I know.
It's
Dude,
bad.
I saw the stat today. CMC's game check is like, I think it's 20K less than Mason's entire salary
Salary,
this
yeah.
year. It's crazy.
Yep. Just to see that difference is crazy.
And I mean, dude, he was balling out on
Which
Monday.
I find crazy, and but I think
If
now
he keeps that up, he's getting another contract. He's getting a nice one.
he'll sign probably somewhere else. He might take more money, going somewhere else.
No, I
because,
know.
well,
But I'm saying he's definitely
depending on
getting
how
money if
long
he keeps that up,
CMC
though.
is out, which we'll get to at the next game. But I think now with like Aaron Rodgers is there now. You finally have him now for the full game.
He looked good,
First full
too.
game as a Jet.
He didn't look, obviously, no one's expecting him to be Green Bay Aaron Rodgers 4-time MVP because
Yeah.
he's 40 years old. But he looked pretty good for a guy coming off an Achilles tendon injury
It was
that hasn't played
terrifying
in like
to
a year.
watch,
Oh, I know.
because you always thought like.
I mean, he had that long, deep touchdown to Alan Lazard at the end of the game.
Mhm.
He threw one pick, but that was Garrett Wilson's fault. That bounced right off his hands into the defender's
No, it
hands.
bounced off the Niners' kneecap.
Did it? No, it hit Wilson.
No,
I'll pull up the
it
clip
was
right now.
well covered.
No, I know, but dude, Wilson could have called. I'll pull up the clip.
Yeah, you pull up the clip. But like we had said in the offseason, you knew it was going to be the Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson show every day, like every down. The first half, it was all those guys. Breece Hall was running the ball. He was getting the ball through the air. Garrett Wilson had 4 catches in the first quarter. Like, it was straight
I
to
needed
Garrett
him
Wilson.
to throw a touchdown.
And then in the second half, you saw him kind of open it up a little bit more while they were down. They had to throw the ball. So you saw Alan Lazard get in there. But I like the Jets' on the road in Tennessee. All right. I like what I saw out of the Titans against the Bears. Like, because we had been saying that Titans are a sleeper, man. You don't want to, this is going to be a solid football team this year. It's all going to come down to quarterback play with Will Levis because they do have the pieces on offense and they do have a solid defense. Okay, the Bears, sold out to stop
Yeah, I don't think Will Levis is it, though.
They made the Bears offense look terrible in their debut. Caleb Williams was not that great. Split.
Yes. We doing stop motion? The fuck? Dude, that hit his hands.
Whose hands?
Wilson. I'm
I
telling
love how a Niner was in front.
No, it wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was on the side.
All right.
Keep going. I'm gonna find it.
All right. I think on the road, Titans still have a good defense. So Garrett Wilson might get taken out a little bit, but with Jerry Sneed on him. But I think that the Jets are just going to run the football down the Titans' throats.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans on this one too. I mean the Jets on this one too. My bad. My bad.
I was going to go Jets anyway, but I like Breece Hall to get going, like touch the ball 25 times on the ground, over 100 yards rushing on the day, get in the end zone. I think Aaron Rodgers is then going to open up in the second half and just pass it all over the place. You saw on Monday, they didn't really involve Mike Williams like we expected. He was kind of out there as a decoy. Coming off of an ACL injury, he felt good enough to come out and play. Did not have one target. Wasn't involved at all. You're going to see him start to get more involved as the year goes on in more games. Titans side, I like Saleh to get the defense, more prepared and more better to stop the run than they did last time. Force Will Levis to throw on Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, and the entire offense. And I don't like their chances in that regard. So I'm going to go with the Jets at home. On the road in Tennessee.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one, John.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm taking the Jets. I just don't think the Titans have the QB play. Enough of Thomas. Let's go.
All right.
So we're in agreement.
Jets.
Jets are taking this one.
All right. On to the 49ers versus the Vikings. Niners traveling to Minnesota.
I don't think we have much to talk about here.
I think we got plenty to talk about.
You think so?
Yeah, McCaffrey's out again. I know he's been coming out and he was, he's saying himself that, he's going to play, but he's not going to play. He's currently out right now. They're just taking precaution. Look to see another heavy workload from Jordan Mason on the road in Minnesota. Yes, the 49ers look very good against the Jets. It is very early in the season.
Dude,
last year when they went on the road and they played the Vikings on the Monday Night Football, they were in that little bit of a slump that they had where they had a 3-game losing streak. Went to Cleveland, lost, went to Minnesota, lost, and then came back home and lost to the Bengals. Granted, they did have T.J. Hawkinson and they did have Kirk Cousins on the team at this time.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. The Vikings are still very injured. They have Sam Darnold as a quarterback.
And they have a great defense.
Still don't have T.J. Hawkinson.
That's coached by Mike Flores.
Is Addison playing? Or is he still out? Because he left the Giants game.
Actually, a good question.
At halftime.
That's a good question.
Because that could be a big factor in the game.
Let me get that. Keep going.
But yeah, I do agree. The Vikings defense looked good against the Giants offense, but also you got to remember it's the Giants offense. We are nowhere near the 49ers offense. I think the 49ers offense is going to pick apart the Vikings defense. It's not even going to be close.
Jordan Addison missed today's practice. He does not look on track to play.
Okay. See, and now Addison is most likely not playing. I'm thinking 49ers take this by 21.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Nah, I don't think a blowout. Nah, because if they just run the ball well, it's going to be like Monday night. They're going to kick field goals, and they're just going to run the ball. The Vikings defense is good enough to hold the offense to what, the Jets did. They're going to sell out to stop the run. They're going to force Brock Purdy to play. I'm not saying the Vikings offense is
Are you saying Brock Purdy can't play?
No. I'm also not saying that the Vikings... I never said the Vikings are going to win this game. But you're saying it's going to be a blowout.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
Actually nuts.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
That's crazy. No. Vikings are at home. Skull Nation is going to make it tough on the Niners there.
Yeah.
They lost last year, brother, and the Niners had everybody.
Okay, and guess what? The Vikings lost 2 years ago to the Giants in the playoffs, and look what happened.
No, that team was a fraud.
Vikings had a good defense last year. They were good. It's the same defense. And guess what? It's the same offense, and now we lose McCaffrey.
Dude.
You think it's going to be
a blowout. But you gained Jordan Mason.
Who?
Jason Mason.
That's crazy.
Why do you keep talking?
I like the Niners on the road, but no, it's going to be close. The Vikings defense is going to make it close. Brian Flores is going to sell out to stop the run. So yeah, if Brock Purdy and the Niners want to win, he's going to have to throw 4 touchdowns. That's all I'm saying.
I dare you to take the Vikings in this game.
I'm not taking the Vikings. I just said it's going to be close. You're saying take the Vikings.
49ers by 21. Shout out
All right,
Morgan.
so what happens when they don't win by 21? Do we get to beat the fuck out of you from the podcast?
If they don't win by 21, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
What? I mean, the spread is 5.5. That's such a weird spread because I do think the Niners could win by like a touchdown.
I think they
So
win by 3.
I think the Niners win by touchdown, 10 points the most. Yeah, 21 is actually good. Like, you act like they're playing the Giants. Like, you know what they would do to the Giants on national television? They'd have to cut the broadcast because of how bad they beat them. Like,
It's the same-
in the first half.
Bro. And the 49ers defense, they're going to eat up the Vikings offense. Fred Warner is going to demolish them.
Right, I never said that the Vikings offense was going to do that great. I'm talking about the
But
Vikings
the-
defense is the reason they're going to
No.
stay in this game.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
When Brock Purdy comes out and
Okay,
and
hear me
scores
out. This is
6
what's going to
points
happen.
in the first half.
This is what's going to happen. Final score is going to be 28-7, and the defense is going to have a touchdown. The 49ers defense is going to get a touchdown.
Oh, really? Is that just because you have fantasy?
No, I do have them in fantasy. But no, it's because I read the script. I know what's going to happen.
24-17 Vikings. My bad, Niners.
Nope.
That almost
You heard it here first, folks. He's taking the Vikings.
rough. 24-17 Niners.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take the Niners. Yeah, the Niners will cover.
Okay.
You act like your pick is like has any backbone to it at all with the 21. That's like
I'm telling you, it's
insanity.
going to happen. It's going to be 28-7.
Yeah, book it here. Niners by 84 against a good defense. They're gonna do it on the road.
It's going to
Oh my-
be 28-7, and the defense is going
Whose
to...
story sounds more far fetched? Yeah, Niners on the road. No Christian McCaffrey against a good defense. They're gonna win by fucking 9
Wait, come on,
touchdowns.
give us a final score though. What do you think the
You
final
just
score
said 28-7.
Yeah, where have you been the last 5 minutes, bro?
is? I think you said
You got to stop talking.
28-7.
You got us distracted.
I can't wait till Justin Jefferson comes out and has like 250 yards on
Yo.
the Niners defense.
it's gonna be the biggest receiver week ever.
This is gonna be the biggest upset of the week. I should call her here right now.
Say
Vikings win.
Yeah,
Because
you're taking
you're
the Vikings?
I might just take the Vikings here.
Oh, can we get it
I
confirmed?
might just have to do
Can we
it.
get it confirmed?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Does Sam Darnold come
Do
out
it
and
right.
beat his old team?
Do it right.
Right. I love you, Daddy.
I love you, daddy.
No, I'm not a silly little goose. I'm going to take the Niners.
No, it doesn't seem
I'm not
like
going
you're
to
so confident.
do that. All right, moving on. Chargers, Panthers. Chargers by 50. Moving on.
That's it?
I mean, literally. Okay.
Okay, I'll take... I mean, I'm fine
No,
with
it's
that.
good. You can take the Giants game. I'll take.
Because I
this game.
agree. I agree. Chargers by...
Oh,
no, Chargers by 3.
Chargers by 3.
No, I'm kidding.
That sounds more. I
Okay.
don't see the Chargers putting up 50. They don't have a good enough
No,
offense
Chargers
for that.
by like 7 or 14.
No, Chargers are going into Charlotte. Two pretty bad teams. Chargers played a bad Raiders team. Are able to get the win in divisional matchup. Panthers look bad. They just lost Derek Brown on defense, so they have no defense now. They have no pass rush. Nobody over the middle. Nobody to stop in the secondary. I think the Chargers are going to run the shit out of the football,
Mhm.
and Bryce Young is going to do his best
Dude.
offensively to do anything.
Dude, the way JK looked last week, there's like you can't not run the ball, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chargers are going to win this game like 21-10, like realistically.
Honestly, that I like that score. I'm not mad at that.
And I know, and it's even on the road. You know, if it's just Panthers' first home game, they're going to get embarrassed. You know, granted, I like. If Panthers could just come out and just win any of these games, and I would just be shocked on like how they did it. You know, it's like, how did you even conjure that?
How'd you not
The
go
way I watched them
0-16?
play against the Saints was terrible, and now they lose our only defensive piece up front. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Granted, the offensive line, you know, looked okay because Bryce Young had time to throw. It just his fucking throws were terrible. I mean, we could have put Helen Keller in the pocket, and she would have completed more passes.
Hey, I mean, she flew a plane, so.
If she could fly a plane, she could play as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
do you know? Have you ever seen Bryce Young fly a plane? Because I haven't.
Are you telling me that Bryce Young and Helen Keller are the same person?
No, I'm telling you, Helen Keller is 10 times better than Bryce Young will
Oh.
ever be.
Okay. Well, if you Well, have you ever seen Alan Keller throw an NFL pass?
Hell yeah.
Because I watched it on Sunday. She's quarterback for the Panthers. Yeah, give me the Chargers on the road in Carolina. This is going to be rough to root for this year, man. Carolina's so bad.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
God
Giants are in
damn.
the same
Yeah,
boat.
let's just move on. All right, Seahawks at the Patriots. This is upset alert written all over it. All right, after watching the Patriots go on the road and shut down the Bengals,
the
not really
Bengals.
much of a Bengals
The
offense.
Patriots might be a sleeper team this year, maybe.
This game is going to be a defensive chess match, okay? Between Gerard Mayo, Mike McDonald. This is going to be a defensive chess match, seriously. In Foxborough, the Patriots defense, man, it's going to be slept on. You know, Christian Gonzalez was my pick for Defensive Player of the Year last year. Unfortunately, got hurt very early in the year. You're now already
He's
seeing
back, though.
his presence made. They're just well coached, you know. Defense Patriots are just always going to be well, you know, defense.
I mean,
well coached on
they're
the
still
defensive
not
side
too
of the
far
ball.
out from the Bill Belichick era, so a lot of these players were coached by Bill, so they know what it takes. You know, because Bill was every player that ever played for Bill Belichick has said, like, he tells you what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, and there's no exceptions.
Yeah.
So a lot of those players on the team right now still have that mindset, considering they played with him. What's he? 2 years out now? 1 year out? 2 years? Belichick. He retired 2 years ago or 1 year ago?
This
This is his first year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Oh, so basically the whole team has that mindset. It's like, okay, this is how we do things here.
Yeah. You know, yeah. I mean, against Cincinnati, Ramondre Stevenson ran the ball really well. Had over 100 yards. He's got the ball over 20 times on the ground. They were not able to stop the run, so the Seahawks are going to have to stop the run. They're going to have to sell out to stop the run. They're going to have to force Jacoby Brissett to throw over that vaunted secondary that the Seahawks got. Very young, talented secondary. The line right now is -3.5 for Seattle on the road, and I gotta say that is I don't know. I would like the Seahawks to go in and win this game because they have the talent to win this game. You know, defensively they're fine on the backside. Not too much of a pass rush up front. On the offensive side, they got, you know, 3 wide receivers that can go out and catch any pass you throw. Kenneth Walker looks to play, and then you got Zach Charbonnet also coming out there and running the ball. It's Geno Smith that worries me.
Okay.
On the road in Foxborough, is he going to turn the ball over? You know, can he keep the ball, you know, to himself? Will they be able to run the ball well? I'm going to take the Seahawks here to win.
I really
But
thought you were going to go with the Patriots.
I would not be shocked if the Patriots won this game.
Okay. I mean, I'm also going with the Seahawks because, yes, the Patriots looked good against the Bengals last week.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that might have been a fluke. Even though I did just say they might be a sleeper, which I think the Patriots could maybe pull out some wins that no one thought they were going to win. But this is just, I don't think this is one of them. I think the Seahawks have way too many weapons. I think Geno's going to do just fine. I'm honestly, I'm not scared of Geno. I'm not scared for Geno. I feel like I've heard a lot of talks right now. People saying that Geno Smith just like isn't as good as he is. Hank told me there's no shot that Geno Smith is better than Daniel Jones, and I said you're crazy.
That is wild.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm taking Seahawks.
On paper, Seahawks should win this game. You know, no problem.
Well, I mean, on paper, the Bengals should have won the game, but we were
Bengals
proven wrong.
Bengals have nobody on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that.
The Seahawks just have more
It's
weapons.
just a mess in the backfield. We're gonna get to them in a minute. But yeah, give me the Seahawks, please, for the love of God. Just
For the love of God.
Don't go into Foxborough and lose and make the Patriots 2-0 to start the year after they were.
Dude, imagine
confirmed
Patriots
up-
Dynasty comes back.
No, God no. And Drake May hasn't even played yet. So
I
Jacoby Brissett
don't
gonna
think
lead
he
the-
should play
is
ever.
Jacoby Brissett really gonna lead the charge?
I don't like Drake May at all. I
But
think
if the
he's
Seahawks
trash.
drop this game to the Patriots, our producer's never hearing the end.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, Mr. Seahawks fan
Producer,
back there.
what happens if
Yeah.
the Seahawks lose?
If you guys fucking have a losing season again, you'll never.
What happens if the Seahawks lose?
What do we get to do to you?
We get to beat the shit out of you live on camera.
I like that.
Yeah, right.
That works.
I'm gonna come with weapons too. I'm bringing like a belt, a bat with like barbed wire around it,
Oh yeah, you're
a
done.
flamethrower,
You are done. And you could all tune into that at the Pokemon Boys.
No, we'll make that one free right here on YouTube
right here
on the Say With Your Chest
okay.
podcast channel.
Right here on the desk. It's done.
He's gonna have an apple in his mouth. He's gonna be pig-tied or hog-tied.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna roast him over a fire.
Okay. Next game here.
Saints Cowboys.
Yep. Saints Cowboys. Saints going
Dude,
into
the Saints
Dallas.
showed some life this season.
I guess so. We're already one game in. They absolutely picked apart a really bad Panthers team.
See, that's the thing. It was a really bad Panthers
I don't
team.
wanna
They're going up
overreact
against
to it.
the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to be decent every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they have a shot in this game. I think they're going to get humbled very quickly in this game.
The Saints you're talking about.
Yeah. I think the Saints are going to get humbled very quick. Because, yes, they're coming off that, 40-0? 40, how many points you guys have?
47-10.
47-10. Okay. Not that big of a difference.
It is different because a shutout is crazy.
They all coming off that 47-10 win against the Panthers. So, they're definitely, like, thinking they're better than everyone's saying they're going to be this season, all this, blah, blah. And it's in Dallas, too, right? Yeah, no shot they go into Jerry's World and even put up a fight against the Cowboys. There's no shot.
Cowboys are favored
especially with CD playing. No.
Cowboys are favored by 6. They're big home favorites.
They should be favored by 11.
No, I like the Cowboys at home definitely.
Yeah.
Saints because Dak Prescott is good enough to make the throws that Bryce Young was missing all day on Sunday. I mean, Bryce Young had legit wide open receivers that he was just overthrowing and missing. Like, it was just rough, and he was protected well. Cowboys got to go to O-line. They're at home in front of the home crowd. First game in Dallas this year. I think that Dak Prescott's going to throw all over this defense, and they're going to run the ball well. Cowboys have a good defense, and already to start the season, the last couple seasons, Cowboys defense has just been lights out.
Yeah.
At any opponent they played early in the year. So I don't think this is necessarily going to be that close.
Yeah.
Give me Dallas at home.
I think Micah Parsons is going to be the MVP of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, he won Tom Brady's LFG award last week. I don't think he's calling this game, but if he was, he'd win it again.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna just blow up the Saints offense.
Yeah, I don't know what I think Tom Brady might be calling the Rams-Cardinals game this week.
Okay.
I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, give me the Cowboys at home. Nothing too much to talk about there. All right, next game. We got New York Giants traveling to Washington to play the Commanders. Give me Commanders by 50. Moving on.
Okay, so this one, if you're putting money on the game, it best not be on the Giants. I'm telling you right now. I never thought the Giants could go 0-16 until this season. I always thought we were good enough to pull off at least 4 wins. Dude, if we win 2 games this season, I'll count that as a winning season.
Wow.
And I'll forgive them.
That's how I feel about us, and we legit have a
So
bad
we go
fucking team.
0-16. Can we actually shave your head?
No, that's the one thing I would never do is shave my head. I'll shave my beard.
That's nothing. That's like nothing.
I've had my beard for over a year, bro.
We leak you on.
What the? Jesus Christ.
No, but so you see, really the big difference maker here is the quarterbacks. I think Jaden Daniels is way better than Daniel Jones. But I mean, like the only reason I feel like that is because in the run game, Jaden Daniels actually uses his legs. That was the one thing for years I liked about Daniel Jones is that he was fast. He wasn't the best passer, but get him out of the pocket, he could run. But I've always said he needs to use his legs more because when he uses his legs, he's a serviceable quarterback. But from what we saw on last week, and for really most of his career, he doesn't like to run. He doesn't use his legs unless it's like necessary, like he has to. Some plays get botched early, and you just have to run as a quarterback. You just have to make the decision to tuck it and run. He doesn't do that. He likes to just sit in the pocket and wait to get hit.
Yeah.
Unless literally everybody's getting like bear hugged by the secondary and the linebackers, then he'll maybe run. I just think quarterback play is going to be the difference maker here. Because I mean, the Giants' defense, they're great. We have a great O-line. We have okay linebackers.
You got okay O-line. It's not great.
Did I say O-line?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant D-line. My bad.
D-line's great.
We have a great D-line, okay linebackers,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just our offense, man. Because honestly, we have good receivers. We do. Malik Neighbors is good if you get him the ball.
Is fine.
Wanda Robinson is good if you get him the ball.
He's okay.
Slayton, hit or miss.
Yeah.
Slayton's serviceable. He's a serviceable receiver.
I look at Slayton as
It's-
like a Van Jefferson like kind of guy. Like he's gonna occasionally catch the deep ball every now and then.
Dude.
Nothing
well,
that
yeah.
special.
But, like, that's what I'm saying. Hit or miss.
And then like Jalen
But-
Hyatt, we never saw too much of him last year, so it's hard.
I don't know how I feel about it. Because I think he can be good. It's just we can't get him the ball. But, like, it's the quarterback, dude. Daniel Jones is the whole issue. I know our coach said, Brian Dable said, yes, he is going to be the starter for this week, but that is subject to change for the future, which I am excited. But I'm not too excited because our backups are Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. So Giants are going on the road, and typically they have their best games against the Commanders. But with the
It's not going to make a
Commanders,
difference this year.
Commanders coming off of a really embarrassing loss over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I read a tweet earlier saying that Dan Quinn came out and said that Jane Daniels is going to have to throw a lot more. He's got to get the ball out to Zach Ertz, Terry McLaurin, to all of his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They were running the ball a lot against Tampa, and Tampa Bay has a good rush defense, and they were also, and Jane Daniels was throwing to his running backs, and Eckler and Brian Robinson, the two leading receivers were the two running backs. Like, that's bad. You know, we got to start getting the
He
ball
likes to
out
check down routes.
to Terry McLaurin, you know, Zach Ertz, to Luke McCaffrey, their other rookie that they got there. I saw some Jane Daniels was trying to target him a lot in the end zone, so you see that the rookie-to-rookie connection is starting to build there. I think just offensively, the Commanders are better than the Giants. And the Giants just have a weak defense besides their pass rush. So the pass rush is going to have to get to Jane Daniels, but it sucks because Jane Daniels is a running quarterback, and
He's
he's going to
fast.
really get out of the pocket.
It's going to be hard to get to him.
I like the Commanders at home to take this one. The Giants they don't look good. Despite taking an embarrassing home loss to the Vikings, I think they're going to play a little bit better. But the Giants don't have a run game. Malik Neighbors, I like what I saw out of him game one. I think he'll have similar stat line, potentially get in the end zone this week. But I like the Commanders to take this early divisional matchup.
Yeah, Commanders all day.
Yeah. And, please, Jane Daniels, throw the ball to Terry McLaurin. That was a rough game to watch last week.
And please, Daniel Jones, retire. And, never find a cave and go to bed.
Yeah,
And
Giants
never come out.
fans need to just start caping now for Daniel Jones to get out of the game.
Yep.
You know, they got to
Dude,
just
I'm telling you, I've never
cut him and
heard
take the cap hit.
an entire stadium boo as their starting quarterback
Who's
ran
getting
onto
paid
the
$40
field.
million a year to go.
We're paying him so much money, and every time he touched the field, all you heard around the stadium was boo. I literally sat there. I just went. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's bad. It's not good.
It's the whole fan base.
Yep. You'll see next year or the year after. You'll see that will start happening in Carolina with Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to necessarily blame him too much because the ownership is bad. You know, everything from top down is just not great.
Yeah, he doesn't have much to work
And
with.
it's only his second year, and he doesn't have much to work with. So I can't put it all on him yet. But Daniel Jones needs to get out.
Typically, for Bryce Young's, on his behalf, for his sake.
On his behalf.
Yes, usually the first overall pick is thrown into a shitty situation.
Yeah.
He was thrown into an extra shitty situation in Carolina.
Situation.
These were this was a bad
Yeah,
team.
we need a new the NFL needs to start actually looking into this and looking to get rid of their David force.
Dude,
David
we should
Tepper to
honestly, we should take not even the best, a decent college team and put them up against the Giants and Panthers. I don't think, if we do win, I don't think we'd win by a lot.
No, we would lose to Georgia straight up. It'd be bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are comparing us to Detroit of all those years, but Detroit had some good teams and they just were just badly coached and just didn't make the playoffs. We're more like the Commanders where we are just a shit franchise from top to bottom and we can't do anything right, and the NFL seriously is going to have to do what they did to the Commanders and force their owner to sell, and force David Tepper to sell. And we need to get some better management up there. But enough Panther talk. I like the Commanders at home. Give me the Manders.
I agree.
Okay, now moving on here to a big 1 o'clock window game. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the Detroit Lions. Okay,
Yeah, I think this game's gonna be good.
this is going to be a good
This might be
game.
the game of Sunday.
This is a rematch of last year's
Mhm.
divisional round matchup between these two teams, where the Bucs lost in a close game to Detroit. Even though the Bucs were playing from behind most of the game, because Detroit was very electric last year. Okay, this is Detroit is a touchdown favorite. I believe this is the highest over/under of the week at 51.5. That is definitely the highest over/under of the week. Tampa Bay looked great, man, against the Washington Commanders. Before I actually get to them, I'm actually going to start with Detroit. Okay. On this one, Detroit is my pick to win the Super Bowl this year. Okay. Amon-Ra has been my pick to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Hey, he's their number 2 receiver though. Does that change?
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, Jameson Williams going for at least 300 this game, no doubt. I forgot what I was gonna say. Lions and Rams play Sunday Night Football. The Rams have a good team, at least a good offense, but an opportunistic defense. Okay, the Lions as a whole look complete on all three phases. Okay, they came out slow. I mean, this was a high over/under. Thought the game was going to be a shootout. Very slow in the first half. Very defensive. The Lions got a good defense, but the Lions got so many pieces on offense. They lose Josh Reynolds, but now they're getting the full version of Jameson Williams. You saw he was the leading receiver that game.
Dude, he
over
played
100 yards,
lights
touchdown.
out
Yeah.
last week. He was amazing.
Jared Goff, he looked okay. Amon-Ra was a ghost. Sam Laporta didn't get the ball that much. I can't really say anything about the run game because both running backs were able to get in the end zone. Both of them ran the ball really well, especially in the second half and overtime. David Montgomery came out and just took over the game.
He won the game for them.
On the Rams side of the ball, Cooper Kupp was just a target machine. A reception
I'm telling you,
machine.
Cooper's back.
Damn near set the reception
Cooper
record.
is back.
I mean,
I'm
holy
not
shit.
jumping in the ocean, baby. Cooper's back.
Kyron also was able to get into the end zone. I think it was just a slow start for Detroit, potentially because the Stafford again comes in, been in Detroit for over a decade. It's always tough when he coming into Detroit and playing the Lions, and then they also had a rematch from last year's playoffs. When Detroit beat them in a 1-point game in the wild card weekend last year. So there's a little animosity. I think it just took a little. It was a rough game for both teams. But it was still a good game. Lions just were a little slow off the rip. Was able to get the win in overtime. Was close, okay? On the Bucs side, Tampa Bay looked great. You could damn near argue right now that Baker Mayfield's the MVP of the league right now with 4 touchdown passes,
0
almost 300
interceptions.
yards, no turnovers. He looked perfect.
Dude,
2 of them went to Mike
Baker's
Evans,
good.
Chris Godwin, the rookie Jalen McMillan. Rashad Wright was perfect through the air. He was okay on the ground. Commanders, do have some pieces up front to stop the run. But the Bucs as a whole look great. The defense looked fucking phenomenal.
I know.
It sucks that Antoine Winfield is Antoine Winfield Jr. is unfortunately going to be out the next couple weeks with a shoulder injury, I believe. With that being said,
I know what I'm taking.
I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here on the road.
Dude, you stole
in
my
Detroit.
pick.
I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the upset alert.
So we're in
Kevin
agreement.
just listens to everything I say, and then he's like,
Yo,
the points
Joe,
are just
Joe, I
pointed,
wanna see
man.
you
I
in
got to
the
go
comments.
with it.
do I want to see you in the guy?
Dude, see, that's what I'm like.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to see Joe in the comments. Again.
No, but I was gonna take the Buccaneers.
Then say it first. So then he's copying you.
I was gonna take the Buccaneers either way.
Mhm.
I mean, I just think the way Baker looked, I think I just don't see him losing this game.
I believe early season week 2 in Detroit in the Dome, it's going to be a high-powered shootout, and this is a game that Lions typically tend to lose in. And I'm going to take the Buccaneers here, fucking 41-38, in a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, they don't win by more than a touchdown.
No,
In my opinion, it's going to be a close one.
No, Bucs look great, man. Baker's got that connection with Mike Evans.
I mean, I could see the Lions winning though.
I can see either team winning.
That's what I'm saying.
Lions are big favorites at home,
Yeah.
but I do like
7.5.
I do like the Bucs on the road to pull off the major upset there. And a lot of fantasy players in that game that you can start on both sides.
got Mike
Jared
Evans,
Goff, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, Monty, Laporta,
Bakers.
Jameson Williams. You could also start as a flex play. And on the Bucs side, you got Baker, Mike, Evans. You could start the Cone and Chris Godwin because he looked good in week 1,
Yeah.
and definitely Rashad.
I don't know if
White.
I'd start Godwin though, in my opinion.
Some people might have to with injuries and whatnot.
Yeah, you might have to,
Good
but if you
flex
don't
play.
have to, I wouldn't.
Solid flex play. All right, we got a couple more games here. Last game of the 1 o'clock window, we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Green Bay Packers.
Dude, this game was supposed to be close.
Yep.
But with Jordan Love out and Malik Willis playing, dude, Colts by 20.
No.
Yes.
I still think it's going to be somewhat close.
No.
Again, you don't look at defense, Kevin. I swear
I
to God.
don't.
They're on the road in Green
No,
Bay.
yes, I understand the defense,
And the
but
Packers have a great
defense. I don't care how good the defense is. They don't have an offense now. They don't have an offense. Malik Willis is maybe. I don't even think he's going to throw for 100 yards.
Probably not, but they're going to run the ball well. They're going to give end arounds to Jaden Reed. They're going to try to figure it out on offense.
I don't think they're going to figure
He's
it
going
out.
to have a full week with the starters now, Malik Willis, so hopefully that might change something. I'm still going to take the Colts, but defensively, it's going to be hard for the Colts to score points. They're going to have to get Jonathan Taylor going early. Anthony Richardson hopefully doesn't blow out a shoulder trying to take down 3 linebackers at once. Michael Pittman might get shut out completely against Jair Alexander. Michael Pittman was a ghost last week in Houston.
And Alexander
against
did
Houston.
play well against A.J. Brown, kind of taking him out of the game.
Yeah, besides that, the deep ball.
Yeah, besides
touchdown.
that, but for the most part, he kind of took him out of the
So
game.
you're going to see a similar
week one.
situation. I think that the Colts are just going to have to run the football down their throats if they're going to want to win this game. It's going to be the run game. It's going to be Anthony Richardson can handle just not turning the ball over and hitting the deep shot, involving Alec Pierce, involving the rookie in Adonai Mitchell. They're going to have to just get the other receivers going here early. I do like the Colts in a close game. I think Packers defense is going to be the reason they keep them in these football games the next couple weeks until Jordan Love comes back. So, yeah, give me Colts, and it's going to be like a field goal game, literally.
Okay. I don't know if I'd say a field goal game. I really have no faith in Malik Willis. I don't think the Packers offense is good. Like, they might score once, but like you said, it's going to be they're going to have to run the ball if they want to put up any points.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just.
But I think the Colts defense is going to stop their run. So.
All right. You say blowout. I think it's just going to be close.
Okay.
The line's 2.5. So they're really not changing it that much just because Jordan Love's out.
Yeah.
I think even if Jordan Love was playing, it'd be like -3 Green Bay with the home field advantage.
That's what I have. I have -3
For what?
for the spread. I got -3 Colts. You got 2.5.
Yeah, it's different. It's probably -3 on DraftKings. I'm looking at ESPN Bet right now.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm on ESPN.
See, that says -2.5, but then when you click it, it says -3. That's weird. All right, so this is just completely wrong. Because the over/under says
No, you were
40
right.
and a half, and now that says 47.5.
No,
that is a whole touchdown difference.
You were accurate from what I saw.
What?
Like, I've been listening to the spreads.
Yeah.
They were the same.
I don't know why
Unless
this
I
one's so
missed
different.
one. The Colts is the first one I caught.
All right. I like the Colts anyway.
Okay.
And you're taking the Colts as well? Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
You have no faith in the Packers.
No, despite what I said, I'm going to take
Give me
the Packers.
Packers.
Nah, I'm taking the Colts.
And listen, it could happen. If Anthony Richardson just turns the ball over constantly, the Packers are going to win this football game.
Yeah.
Just off of defense. So we'll see. We'll see how big of a man Anthony Richardson can be.
Dude, I don't think he's turning the ball over that much that he loses the game.
All right, Kev. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if the Packers win the football game. That's all I'm saying. All right, on to the 4 o'clock windows. Rams traveling to Arizona to face the Cardinals. Rams look good against the Lions. It's all the Cooper Kupp show. Puka Nacua is out. One of their offensive guards is out on IR. They did lose a few pieces. Defensively, they were able to hold the Lions, in the first half, and then the second half, they looked okay. Matthew Stafford looked pretty good. Could have at least coughed to try to fake cover it.
I just want to say right now I'm taking the Rams before he says it. Before you say I'm taking the Rams.
Oh, okay. You can have the Rams.
Are you
I'm going to
taking-
take the Cardinals in this game. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, you think Marv's finally going to
Yes.
have a good game?
Yeah, Cardinals are home. Early defensive matchup. I think Kyler is going to run all over this defense. James Conner is going to run the ball well. While the Cardinals are healthy and they have fresh legs with James Conner, he's going to run the ball well. I think Marvin Harrison is going to get fully involved in this game. They're going to get the ball to Trey McBride over the middle.
I hope so.
Marvin
I got
Harrison
McBride
on the
in
edge.
fantasy, bro.
Michael Wilson looked pretty good against Buffalo. I think the Cardinals offensively are going to put it together. I'm saying it's going to be a shootout, though, because Cardinals don't have much on the defensive side, and the Rams offense, all Cooper Kupp and Kyron Williams. So those two are going to have a great game. But I do like the Cardinals in like a close game of like like 35-33.
Okay.
Like that.
I could see it being close.
High scoring and the Cardinals to win.
I could see it being close, but just the way that Cooper looked last week, he's back. He's back to his, what was it, 21, 22? What year was that?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, he's back to his 2021 form. Him and Matthew Stafford, they still got that great connection. Kyron Williams is an insane running back, even though I unfortunately traded him, which sucks.
He's gone
But,
now. That's
dude,
it. Neither one of us have him now.
Dude, I still think he's.
God damn it,
I
Kevin.
think he's still gonna do amazing. And I know he was projected 20 points. He honestly probably still gonna get 20 points, if not more.
Oh, well,
I do think the Cardinals are gonna keep it close though, with getting Marvin Harrison more involved and Trey McBride.
mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be like a 3-point game.
Yeah.
I think it might be like anywhere from a touchdown to 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be like.
I think it's going to be very close. Either way.
No, I think it's going to be like 21-28 or like 21-31.
Right now, Cardinals are favored by 1.5. On DraftKings as well.
Oh, I
'cause just
got
checked it.
one.
Oh, what'd I say? Oh, it
You
is
said
one.
1.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
it is
bad,
one?
It is one, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
this guy can't read numbers.
Cardinals are home favorites.
I took the Rams.
Yeah. I got the Cardinals at home for sure. They're not going
Are
to
you
be able to
writing them
contain
down?
Kyler Murray. Although, this was Kyler Williams' best 2 games of the year when he played the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
He ran for $158 the first time they played him, and then just was insane. The one game he came back first game off of IR last year against the Cardinals. He had like 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mess. Cardinals are going to do much more. They're going to sell out. They're going to sell out to stop Kyron Williams and just have Matthew Stafford throw to Cooper Kupp all game.
But also, dude, how do you stop Cooper Kupp when he starts playing like this?
That's fine. They're going to have to stop the Cardinals' offense. They're going to have to contain Kyler Murray. How do you contain Kyler Murray? No one's figured that out
He
yet.
tears ACL.
All right. That's pretty much how you got to do it.
You go for the knee.
And then I do like a spot start here in Kobe Parkinson, which is the starting tight end for the Rams, who had a decent game against the Lions. I know I picked him up in fantasy, my dynasty league. Cardinals suck at stopping the tight ends of all tight ends. So I do like Kobe Parkinson against the Cardinals this game for a spot start. If your tight ends are looking weak, definitely go. I mean, actually, at this point, he's been picked up now in majority of drafts after last week, so good luck trying to get him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like him this week against the Cardinals. But yeah, give me the Cardinals at home for sure.
Okay.
I also like him.
All right. Yeah, well, you messed up. Only putting $1 on
Sorry, I
him.
was sleeping.
That doesn't mean anything. You still put $1 on him when you were awake.
Well,
Did you fucking do it during your
He
sleep?
goes, I didn't know how it worked. You should give it to him since he didn't know how it worked.
No.
I'll give you.
I'm playing him this week.
$200 for him.
In real cash.
In sleepers.
No, in
I was
real
gonna say,
cash.
he doesn't have $200. All right. He's gonna pay me in V-Bucks.
Dude, they released some cool skins.
Enough. All right. Steelers traveling to Denver to play the Broncos.
This should be a close game.
This game's just gonna be like, what the hell?
This is the lowest.
I don't even want to talk about this game because it's going to be bad in my opinion.
Pittsburgh is favored.
2.5.
I don't even know who to pick in this game. I was on the Steelers side, but dude, I mean, like the Broncos could just pull this off at home.
I think Justin Fields is going to do enough to just barely
Yeah,
squeak
you
by.
give me it. Just keep.
Dude,
giving
there's
it
not
me.
much
Yeah.
to say.
Dude,
Both offenses have like nothing.
Give me a reason to take any team in this game.
Honestly, the only reason to take either team is the quarterback wise. Like Justin Fields, he could be good. Bo Nix could be good.
Yep.
We've yet to really see. Obviously, Bo Nix played one game, so it's like you kind of expecting him to do bad as it is his NFL debut. Most QBs usually do bad. Justin Fields, he's been in the league a few years. You know, you're kind of waiting for that like breakout season, especially in the passing game, because obviously he rushed for 1,000 yards. So you know we know he could use his legs, but we need to see him use his arm a little bit more. I still don't think he really has the weapons in besides George Pickens. That's kind of it. Pat Fryermuth didn't look the best last week. So I'm taking the Steelers in hopes Justin Fields does well. I don't think the Broncos can get it done.
I'm just gonna take the Steelers because they have T.J. Watt and they're playing a rookie quarterback, and I think T.J. Watt's just gonna be in that backfield more than any of the Broncos running backs.
I mean, he was last week.
He was last week. Against,
Last week he was unstoppable.
The Falcons, who have a good offensive line, and the Broncos, who do not.
Dude,
So
TJ might have 5 sacks this week.
give me the Steelers and just the hopes that the defense just shuts down anything the Broncos come out with. Because on the flip side, George Pickens will be nowhere in this game because Pat Surtain will be like fucking butter on bread. All right, seriously, it won't even be close. They're gonna have to run the football, and Justin Fields gonna have to use his legs if they want to score points on offense. And Chris Boswell might put up another 6 field goals, and that might be the way that they win this game.
They might.
So yeah, I'll just take Steelers in a close game defensively. Now moving on to what should be game of the week, but it's not going to be, is the Chiefs are at home against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals look terrible.
It's still a high over-under despite the spread being -5.5 for the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be that close. I like the Chiefs, even though Joe Burrow's had Mahomes' number in the regular season the last couple seasons. Jamar Chase still hasn't got paid. T. Higgins is not playing. The run game is not figured out yet. There's no run game between Zach Moss and Chase Brown as of yet, especially when there's a split backfield. There's always problems with that. They lose to the Patriots on the road. The Patriots defense shut them out practically. It was like really bad. I know Mike Gesicki did drop a touchdown, but offensively they look bad. Joe Burrow looked terrible. Jamar Chase was out there for a couple plays. I just don't. And then the Chiefs, at Kansas City, they just beat the Ravens.
Worthy looks amazing. Rice looks amazing.
Yeah, the Chiefs' offense looks great, and the Chiefs'
Kelsey doesn't
looks great.
Kelsey doesn't look the best, but
doesn't even matter.
They don't need him
Hollywood
anymore.
Brown comes back this week. I don't see how they stop anything the Chiefs come out with on offense. So no, I like the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs'
I like
defense
the
is
Chiefs
good too.
to win big and at home. And Bengals got to get a lot of things figured out. They don't look good at all.
Honestly, if any game is a shutout this week, it's this one.
Yeah.
Because just the way the Bengals looked on both sides of the balls
I'm
last
really
week,
happy-
there's
I'm really happy this
no
isn't
shot.
a primetime game.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
because the
if
Bengals
this was any
offense
other
are gonna
year-
struggle to put up points.
Dude, if this was any other year, this is prime time, 100%.
Bengals, Jamar Chase came out and put up 200 yards, and it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, I know.
Like, seriously. Yeah, Chiefs by big points.
Chiefs by honestly, this one's realistically Chiefs by 21.
I'm not gonna go that big,
Dude.
but like in like the 10 to 14 range, I do like them to beat the.
You don't have
Bengals.
faith. You don't have.
You're just predicting every game is a blowout.
No,
Yes, you are.
no,
No, I'm not.
no. Fine. This game 3-0 Bengals.
3-0 Bengals is crazy.
That's what's gonna everyone.
So you got the upset, and you have.
It's because first play of the game, a meteor is gonna come down and hit exactly perfectly on the field, except for the sidelines. So they're gonna continue the game on the meteor. So the sideline, the backups are gonna play.
Jesus Christ.
You think the Bengals backups are better than the Chiefs backups?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, I'm taking Chiefs.
Dude,
though.
Noah Gray would go for 300.
Because how many yards a meteor that you have to get over, so you have to apply that. So
What?
You said that you're gonna play with the meteor on the field.
Yeah, I know. I said they're playing on top of the meteor.
I'm saying
All right, on to the final game of Sunday.
Sunday Night Football.
Bears versus Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a good game.
I think it will.
Will it be? I don't think so. Oh, I don't. I'm doubtful. Because the Bears, they lost Keenan Allen. Oh, he's questionable.
He's questionable.
And then
I don't think Roma Doomsday is.
yeah,
going to
Roma
play,
Doomsday.
but,
He's not playing.
But Keenan Allen.
It's really just
Keenan Allen will probably play.
it's the rookie Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. I mean, that's a great option to have for a rookie quarterback.
Because they still got Cole Kmet there that he's going to have to get more involved in the offense. DeAndre Swift's going to have to run the football better because that was just terrible against the Titans.
But Caleb's got to play better. He can't put up 93
yards
yards
It's
against the
not-
Texans and expect to
definitely
win.
not going to get it done against
If
the
he
Texans.
if he has a throwing game like that again, they better pray to God that DeAndre Swift had 200 rushing yards.
No, I'm just excited for this game as a whole. We're going to see Texans, full healthy Texans offense and primetime football. And then we got the rookie first overall pick coming in off of a win. Both teams off of close wins. Despite the Bears doing most of it defensively. Bears defensively look great.
Dude, Bears defense is back.
Bears defense might be back. They might be back. We might be looking at that 2018 sort of Bears defense.
Dude,
you know? How
that'd
good
be-
was that defense?
that
defense was actually
that was a
insane.
nice year, bro.
I'm not going to think too hard about it. I'm going to take the Texans here at home because listen, Texans are also one of my Super Bowl picks to get there. I do like them.
Wait, do we have the same Super Bowl pick too, just different winners?
I took Lions versus Texans. I took the Lions to win.
I took Lions versus Texans. I took Texans to
Jesus
win.
Christ.
Wait, after week 1, do you guys still stand with that?
Yeah,
We'll do like a halfway through the season, like if we want to change anything.
because
sort of
it's
thing.
week 1. You know,
I'm not changing anything.
the last time Giants won the Super Bowl, they started 0-2.
Giants are not winning.
I'm not saying they were. I'm just saying last time they did.
Texans, they just listen against the Colts. First game of the year, defensive. It was a divisional matchup.
You got like a cat or something down here, bro?
What?
My nose is bad.
I know my nose is itchy too. I don't know what's going on.
It's like dusty down here today.
Texans went on the road against the Colts. I had taken the Colts, and honestly, I liked that pick. It was very back and forth, very high scoring. Joe Mixon just ran the fuck out of the football. He got the ball 30 times on the ground and ran for over 150 yards. He ran the ball really well, got into the end zone. Diggs was there, heavy in the red zone, scoring 2 touchdowns. Nico looked great, obviously making some insane catches.
Joe Mixon looked insane.
Yep.
He did the best on the team. 156 yards and a touchdown?
That's what I just said. I was just talking about Joe Mixon.
I thought you were talking about Diggs.
Did you not hear my Joe Mixon
Did I
thing?
really just zone out for the whole Joe Mixon part?
Yeah, I was like, is there an echo in here? Just
What the? Yo,
you
what?
said exactly what I just
Whoa,
said about
my
Joe
bad.
Mixon.
My bad, yo. I honestly, I think I just like zoned out for the whole thing. I like blocked you out.
God damn.
My bad. Wow, I don't know what that was.
But yeah, Mixon, Diggs, Nico looked great, made some good catches. And then Tank Dell was kind of the only one that didn't get any fun. Didn't have any fun on Sunday.
Yeah.
He was kind of the third wheel, I guess, or fourth wheel, fifth wheel, whatever you want to say. Stroud looked good, ran for a couple, threw well, didn't turn the ball over against a good Colts team. I do like Houston to win pretty comfortably here, even though the Bears defense did do really well against Tennessee. Bears have a lot to figure out offensively. Caleb's got to throw for more than 100 yards. Definitely.
Yes.
He's got to get the ball more to DJ Moore.
I'm telling you, they're not winning if Caleb can't get his act together.
Their highest paid receiver there. DeAndre Swift's got to be able to run the ball. They got to run the ball. They got to establish the run. DeAndre Swift, I mean, he's been hit or miss the last couple seasons. Bears got a decent O-line. You know, they got to just force the ball to him. They got to run the football, establish the run. Then the defense will go, and then we can open up the plays on offense. We can get it to DJ Moore. We can get it to Keenan Allen. We can get it to our veterans that are out there, you know. And Cole Kmet is still there, too, as a fourth option. Will be the third option there in the pass game because I don't believe Rome Odunze will be playing.
He's not.
I'm excited, though, for this game, though, Sunday Night Football. But give me Houston. You know, somewhat close-ish affair, possibly, potentially.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Houston too. I'm taking them by 22. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston by 6. Like, yeah, it's going to be close, but that's only if, like I said, the Bears offense could get their act together because the defense is going to hold the Texans offense 100%. That's what's going to keep the game close is their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that Wow, I just lost my train of thought. It's not that the Texans offense. It's not that the Texans offense isn't going to play well. They're going to, but I just think. Wow, what the fuck? I need like a factory reset.
Twice, Kevin.
Dude,
get your shit together.
I need
man.
a factory
We're about
reset.
to end the video here.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know what's. Wow. I think you got like something pumping through these vents, bro. I think I'm high or something. Like, I don't know what's going on. Give me Texans by 6.
Mm-hmm. That's been pumping nitrous oxide through the
Dude,
tanks.
I think so. I'm getting lightheaded.
Yo, did you just see the ESPN notification?
What?
That T. Higgins is faking his hamstring injury.
Maybe that actually would be smart.
Yeah, right,
Because
'cause he
by
wanna get
the
paid?
trade deadline. No,
He wants to get traded.
By
He wants
trade
to-
deadline,
My bad.
they say ship him
Jamal
off somewhere.
wants to get
'Cause he got the
traded.
fucking franchise tag. T. Higgins.
No, I
they don't
know.
want that shit.
Dude, that's great. Imagine.
He's been faking it. He gets
Dude,
traded.
he ran a post practice.
Damn. Oh no.
Dude,
Trade me to Baltimore.
It's like the Family Guy clip.
No, God. Oh no. Wow. God.
Oh,
Look
no.
at this house in Kansas City that's wide open.
I would hate if
Damn.
you traded me to Houston.
Oh no. Damn. Indianapolis needs a receiver.
That, honestly, bro.
Dude.
He would not get any playing time in Houston. There's 3 receivers.
He's better than Tank Dell. He'd get playing time. He's
He
better
wouldn't
than
get the
Tank
ball
Dell.
though much.
Yeah.
No, but he'd
If anything,
replace Tank
if
Dell.
anything, it would raise C.J. Stroud more
Dude,
than it would raise
he
anybody
would-
else. Not him.
He would overtake Tank Dell.
I don't even think that.
Yeah. No.
Yes, he would.
Nah.
Like,
Yes,
the
He'd be the
Ravens-
third or fourth option, though, of that offense. It's not good.
No one's in the Ravens.
Why would he want to go there?
Except like Zay Flowers, but he.
Oh,
he would-
Just saw a tweet. Hold on.
Dude, the moment.
In an exclusive with ESPN, Bengals receiver T. Higgins wanted to clear up any confusion about his hamstring injury and his desire to be on the field. And I'm not really going to read this whole story, but let me see.
Dude,
I'll read part of it.
he's gonna milk this hamstring injury
Oh, that is
until he
a-
gets
yeah.
traded,
Wow,
and
that
when
is
he
a
gets
big headline
traded
now.
to whatever team, he's like, "Yeah, I'm so much better now. Hamstring feels great."
comes out
I
just
wonder who said that.
40.
Bengals T. Higgins confused by speculation he's faking the injury. So people just think he's faking and don't want to play?
Did he like say something in this interview that like got misinterpreted?
Nah, I mean, it wasn't even like an interview. I don't know. Some people are just maybe saying it to
Was it
stir
just like a
some
statement?
to stir the pot.
I don't know.
God,
I mean,
Bengals are fucking cooked, man. They suck.
dude,
All right,
the
but
fall off
anyway,
is real.
Sunday football, yeah, I got Houston. You got Houston too,
Yeah, I got
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right, that's all of our picks for week 2.
I couldn't take the Bears.
Yep. We'll get to the Monday night matchup on Monday's episode when we recap all of the Sunday games for week 2. Any last minute fantasy stuff you want to talk about, or anything that we missed? You
Hopefully,
got something?
hopefully, Singletary does well this week for me in fantasy because I am starting him. Shout out to anyone else who's starting Singletary. You the GOAT.
If you're starting Singletary, I know your fantasy team sucks.
He's projected 13. That's not bad.
I mean the Commanders.
So
Oh.
Wait,
Hmm.
Singletary starting in your lineup?
yeah, it's just because Swift is going up
You
against.
practically traded Kyron Williams for Singletary.
I traded him for Waddle.
Yeah, but
And
still
Singletary.
crazy. That's still crazy when you had DJ Moore and Michael Pittman already.
What?
Now I have a crazy flex because my flex was Swift, and I don't like Swift. I think Swift is going to be a bust this season.
Whoa. Say that one more time.
Who's gonna be a bust?
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I think you're better off
Probably.
playing.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you're better off playing fucking Zach Moss and Devin Singletary.
I think you need to like
No,
shut
play
up.
Singletary
Yeah.
this week, but after
Yeah,
that,
later.
I don't know what you're gonna do. But yeah, I think that's it for our picks. That's it for everything we got
Yeah.
on this week. Stay tuned for tomorrow because I know that I do want to put out some more gambling props for Sunday's games.
I like it.
So that'll be coming out for this weekend. So make sure to tune into our TikTok. Also, TikTok is currently live for the Thursday night football parlay that we put out.
We got a good one this
Also, the
week.
Thursday night preview, go check it out. And check out some of our other podcasts there on YouTube. So go check out the rest of our videos. Check out the TikTok. Go to our Instagram and check out some of the reels that we're also posting over there. And then go to Spotify and you can listen to us for all you audio listeners out there. I think that's all we got for you today. And you got anything you want to add?
I just want to apologize for having a factory reset at the end of this video. I don't know what happened there.
He's okay. He's all right.
I think I had a stroke.
All right. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Peace.